Hi everybody, Brian at AutoShopTeacher.com. Alright, let's work the Electude Vehicle Simulator Level 2. Just like the last one, have no idea what I'm getting into here, other than this one says, welcome to Level 2. The engine runs irregularly. Fill out this work order when you're finished. Click the exit the simulator by clicking the arrow in the top right corner when you're done. So engine runs irregularly. So let's get the engine instrument panel out and let's go ahead and get what they call the diagnostic system out. I was pretty sure we're going to be using that. Let's get zoomed in so we can kind of hear and see. And let's fire this bad boy up to see what's going on here. Okay, all of our warning lights work. All right, we can see the engine's rather cold. And just to mention, I haven't done it mentioned in previous videos I've recorded with Electude. Obviously, it's in Celsius. If you're not familiar with working with Celsius, an engine, a European vehicle, is usually not considered at least warmed up until it's 80 degrees or higher. Okay, just keep that in mind for general reference. All right, we can see the check engine light is on. Looks like about 1250 RPM. Let's see what the throttle does here. Let me up the volume. Yeah, sounding a little rough. I think we're running on 3 or 3.5. Let's see what our fault codes are. We'll start by identifying the vehicle. I'm going to go ahead and put the work order away, just get it out of our way for now. Make the scan tool bigger. Hopefully you can read it. We already identified all fault codes. Alright, we have fault code P201 for injector circuit open cylinder 1, cylinder 1 misfire, and then idle control systems RPM lower than expected. All 3 fault codes are active. So good chance just looking at that, and something to get used to when you're learning diagnostics is, you know, which issue could cause the other two. So currently I'm just thinking that if I have an injector issue in cylinder 1, it's certainly going to cause a cylinder 1 misfire, and it's certainly going to cause the idle to be wonky. So I'm going to start by focusing there. All right, injector circuit open cylinder 1. Okay, systems, engine management, live data, and I just want to look at what kind of actual value. So let's mark engine speed. What else do we have here? Injector pulse width. And I thought we had the option of looking at injector supply voltage. At least I thought we had that on our last one. But we can easily measure that. So injector pulse width at 1000 RPM is, wow, 6.5 milliseconds. Well, I don't know this particular engine, but that seems like quite a bit. But maybe they use a lower fuel pressure than the vehicles I'm used to. All right, let's get our information and our wiring diagram. All right, what we got here? This looks like injectors. Injectors are all one. Okay, so there's some values for us. Let's move our engine around a little bit. Let's go ahead and shut it off. And let's start with resistance test of the injector. Okay, so let's go ahead and get out our multimeter, also known as a DVOM. Let's bring it down here and zoom in and start by connecting to the injector and measuring resistance. And we're looking for 16 ohms. We have 54 ohms. We might have just went in for the kill on this one here. Let's check our next door neighbor injector. There's our specification. All right, sure looks like we're replacing an injector here. Let's put it in our parts tray. Click on it, replace this part, get it reinstalled. Sure would be nice if it was that easy in real life. Go ahead and put our multimeter away. Back up here, turn our key on. Back into our fault codes. Let's clear fault codes. Key off and key on. Still no fault codes. Let's start it. Back out. Check engine light's still on. Cylinder 2. Oh, did I? I thought it said cylinder 1. Oh, look what I did. Let that be a lesson for you. Everybody see what I did? You probably caught it before I did. Yeah, I compared to injector 2 and then didn't plug it back in. See? Everybody makes mistakes, even when you've been doing this for almost 40 years. All right, there we go. Back through, fault codes, clear, back out, key off, key on, recheck codes, still good, start it, and, check engine light again. What do we got going on here? I saw that check engine light come on. Let me get out of here. Make sure I'm not getting too far ahead of myself because I'm all excited about finding an injector in 3 minutes time. Alright, sounds like it's running. We're still not completely up to operating temperature, but no fault codes. So for the sake of this exercise, this is the Electude Simulator Level 2. Currently doing this one in, let's see, it's middle of August 2024. Let's put our diagnostic system away, put our instrument panel away, check our work order, make sure we plugged all the injectors back in, Let's grab our work order. I'm not going to fill it out, but if this was being graded, we'd need to put what fault codes we read, the definitions for those fault codes, then of course what we did, which was an injector resistance test, found fuel injector cylinder 1 to be high resistance. I believe it was around 54 ohms. Specification was 16. We'd get that all filled out, get it authorized by the customer, get the injector replaced. Here's our green box. We took care of everything. So this one was pretty straightforward. As you know, not every repair and diagnosis goes this way. And in the real world, you can't drag the vehicle around like this and pop an injector in 35 seconds. But there's a level 2 simulator for the month of August 2024. And I thank you for watching. I'm Brian at Auto Shop Teacher, and I'm happy to help.